In the vast and varied theatre of the natural world, two titans stand as symbols of ultimate power and hunting prowess. In the sprawling deep blue of the world's oceans, the orca reigns supreme, a master of strategy and collective effort. These magnificent creatures are not merely animals, they are apex predators, sitting at the very top of their respective food chains. Their existence shapes the environments they inhabit, influencing the behaviors and populations of countless other species. They are the ultimate test for any creature that crosses their path, embodying the peak of evolutionary success. The orca, often called the killer whale, is a marvel of social intelligence and coordinated action. Its power comes not just from its impressive size, but from its mind and its ability to work as a unified force. Orca pods operate with a level of communication and teamwork that is rarely seen in the animal kingdom. They are creatures of culture, passing down knowledge and unique hunting techniques from one generation to the next. In the endless expanse of the ocean, where prey can be elusive and powerful, the orca's strength lies in its ability to think, plan, and execute complex strategies. It is a testament to the idea that intelligence can be the most formidable weapon of all. Orcas are known for their sophisticated hunting techniques, which include creating waves to knock seals off ice floes, beaching themselves temporarily to catch prey, and using echolocation to locate fish. These techniques are not just instinctual, but are taught and refined within the pod, showcasing a level of cultural transmission that is rare in the animal kingdom. The social structure of orca pods is complex and hierarchical, often led by a matriarch who guides the group with her experience and knowledge. This matriarchal leadership ensures the survival and success of the pod, as younger orcas learn essential survival skills from their elders. Orcas also exhibit strong social bonds, often staying with their family groups for life, which enhances their ability to hunt and protect each other. Their interactions with other top predators, such as sharks, are equally fascinating. Orcas have been known to prey on great white sharks, showcasing their dominance in the marine hierarchy. This ability to take on formidable opponents further cements their status as apex predators. Together, the orca and the grizzly bear represent two different yet equally successful paths to becoming a top predator. One is a social strategist, a creature of the collective mind, thriving in the complex world of the ocean. The other is a solitary powerhouse, a master of its physical domain, navigating the challenges of the land with unmatched strength. By examining these two incredible animals, we can gain a deeper understanding of the diverse strategies that life employs to not only survive, but to conquer. They are the ultimate hunters, the kings of their realms, and their stories are among the most captivating in all of nature. The orca's dominance in the ocean is not simply a result of its imposing size or remarkable speed, though both are formidable. Instead, its supremacy is rooted in a complex blend of intelligence, social structure, and adaptability that sets it apart from nearly every other predator in the sea. Orcas live in highly organized pods, often consisting of several generations. These pods are not just groups of animals moving together, they are intricate societies, bound by strong social ties and a sophisticated system of communication. Within these pods, knowledge is actively shared. Older orcas demonstrate hunting techniques, while younger members observe and imitate, learning not only the mechanics of the hunt, but also the subtle cues and signals that make coordinated attacks possible. Scientific studies have revealed that orca pods develop their own unique cultures. Each pod may have distinct vocal dialects, patterns of clicks, whistles, and pulsed calls that are unique to their family group. These dialects are so specific that researchers can identify pods by their vocalizations alone. The transfer of knowledge is generational. Calves learn from experienced adults, absorbing not only hunting skills, but also the traditions and social rules of their pod. This cultural inheritance is a key factor in the orca's evolutionary success. A pod is more than a hunting party. It is a living archive of strategies, behaviors, and survival tactics, refined, and passed down over countless generations. Communication is at the heart of orca coordination. Using a complex language of sounds, orcas can relay information about prey location, coordinate movements, and even plan attacks. This level of communication rivals that of primates and is considered one of the most advanced in the animal kingdom. Their teamwork is legendary. Orcas have been observed hunting everything from herring to massive baleen whales. In Norway, for example, orcas use a technique called carousel feeding, where they herd schools of fish into tight balls, then stun them with powerful tail slaps before eating them one by one. No single strategy fits all situations. Orcas are masters of adaptation, altering their tactics based on the prey and environment. In Patagonia, orcas have been seen intentionally beaching themselves to snatch seals from the shore, a risky maneuver that requires precise timing and skill. Before launching an attack, orcas analyze their target and the surrounding environment. They assess currents, obstacles, and the behavior of their prey, then deploy a tactic perfectly suited to the moment. When hunting dolphins, fast, agile, and intelligent in their own right, orca pods often create an invisible net, herding the dolphins into a confined area where escape becomes impossible. In rare but dramatic encounters with great white sharks, orcas use their numbers and cunning to exploit a surprising vulnerability. By flipping the shark upside down, they induce a state called tonic immobility, rendering the shark helpless. These are not random acts. Each move is calculated, deliberate, and executed with astonishing precision, reflecting a deep understanding of both prey and environment. Every hunt is a demonstration of collective intelligence. The pod operates as a single, thinking entity, each member playing a specific role in the strategy. Consider the hunt for dolphins in the South Pacific, a true test of orca ingenuity and coordination. Dolphins are not only swift and agile, but also highly intelligent, communicating and coordinating within their own pods to evade predators. To counter this, orca pods often split into two groups. This division of labor is a hallmark of their strategic thinking. One group acts as the driver, relentlessly pursuing the dolphins, forcing them to expend energy and break formation. Meanwhile, the second group lies in wait, silent and unseen, perfectly positioned to intercept the fleeing dolphins. As the dolphins tire and become disoriented, they swim directly into the trap, surrounded on all sides. The orcas then isolate a single dolphin using a rapid, targeted burst of speed to make the capture, conserving energy and ensuring success. This level of planning and execution is rare in the animal world and is a testament to the orca's formidable intelligence. Orcas do not rely on brute strength alone. Their success is the result of a seamless blend of physical prowess, mental acuity, and social cooperation. They are problem solvers, capable of inventing new strategies when faced with unfamiliar challenges. In captivity, orcas have been observed working together to create waves that wash prey off ice floes, a behavior also seen in the wild. The transmission of these learned behaviors ensures that each new generation is better equipped for survival, making the pod ever more effective. Each young orca that observes and practices these techniques is not just learning to hunt, it is inheriting a legacy of wisdom, a living tradition that strengthens the entire pod. The orca is, above all, a thinking hunter. Its mind, shaped by evolution, experience, and culture, is its greatest weapon, making it one of the most intelligent and adaptable predators ever to roam the oceans. The orca's hunting playbook is as diverse as the oceans themselves. These apex predators have evolved a remarkable array of techniques, not only for hunting, but also for evasion and adaptation to changing environments. Their intelligence and social structure allow them to tailor their strategies to specific prey and situations, making them one of the most versatile hunters in the animal kingdom. In the cold waters off the coast of South Africa, orcas have been observed hunting one of the ocean's other great predators, the great white shark. This behavior was first documented in detail by marine biologists in the early 2000s, when several shark carcasses washed ashore with precise wounds. A great white can be a fearsome opponent, but orcas have developed a specialized technique. Scientific observation has revealed that orcas use their acute senses to detect the heartbeat of a shark, allowing them to approach undetected. Working in a coordinated team, they harass the shark using their bodies to bump and guide it. This teamwork is a hallmark of orca hunting, with each individual playing a specific role. Their goal is to force the shark onto its back, inducing a state of temporary paralysis known as tonic immobility. This renders the shark helpless, allowing the orcas to feed with minimal risk. Once the shark is immobilized, the orcas can precisely target its liver, a highly nutritious organ. Researchers have noted that orcas display surgical precision, extracting the liver with minimal damage to the rest of the body. This demonstrates that even the mightiest loner is no match for intelligent teamwork and anatomical knowledge. Perhaps the most visually stunning example of orca ingenuity is the wave-washing technique used in Antarctica. This method was first described in scientific literature after researchers observed orca pods working together to dislodge seals from ice floes. Seals often rest on floating ice floes, seemingly safe from the predators below. However, orcas have adapted to this challenge with remarkable creativity. The orcas have a solution. They approach the flow in a coordinated formation, communicating with clicks and whistles to synchronize their movements. A pod will line up side by side and swim at high speed directly toward the ice. This behavior has been recorded in detail by drone footage and underwater cameras. Just before impact, they dive, creating a powerful wave that surges over the flow. The force of the wave is often enough to break the ice or wash the seal into the water. The wave destabilizes the ice and washes the unfortunate seal directly into the water where the rest of the pod is waiting. This technique is not instinctive but learned. Juvenile orcas are often seen practicing on smaller pieces of ice. If the first attempt fails, they will regroup, adjust their formation, and try again with even greater force. This persistence and adaptability are key to their success and have been documented in long-term studies by Antarctic research teams. In the sub-Antarctic regions, orcas display incredible precision and daring when hunting sea lions. Observers have noted that orcas will study the shoreline and time their attacks to coincide with the tides. Some have learned to perform a high-risk maneuver, launching themselves partially onto the shore to snatch an unsuspecting sea lion from the water's edge. This behavior is rare and requires years of practice, as a miscalculation can leave the orca stranded. It is a dangerous strategy that requires perfect timing to avoid becoming stranded. Scientists have observed orcas using their powerful tails and pectoral fins to wriggle back into the water after a successful or failed attempt. In the water, they use a different approach, gliding directly at a sea lion to create a pressure wave that disrupts its balance and makes it easier to catch. This technique has been analyzed using high-speed cameras, revealing the precise hydrodynamics involved. To hunt for rays hiding on the seafloor, orcas employ powerful tail slaps, stirring up the sand to expose their hidden prey before scooping it up. This method demonstrates their ability to adapt to different prey types and environments. Each technique is a specific tool for a specific job. Orcas are known to switch between methods depending on the prey, the environment, and the experience of the pod. Even the largest animals in the sea are not safe. Orcas have been documented attacking adult whales, using coordinated attacks to separate calves from their protectors. When hunting the calves of migrating grey whales, orca pods demonstrate incredible patience and endurance. Marine biologists have tracked pods following whale pairs for days, waiting for the right opportunity. They may follow a mother and calf for hours or even days, waiting for the perfect moment. This long-term strategy is a testament to their stamina and strategic planning. The pod works in shifts with different individuals taking turns to ram the calf, block the mother, and prevent the calf from surfacing to breathe. This relentless pressure eventually exhausts the prey. It is a grueling long-range strategy that aims to exhaust both mother and young. Scientific case studies have shown that orcas can maintain this pursuit for up to 6 hours, demonstrating remarkable endurance. The roles within the pod are clearly defined. Some flank, some block, some attack, all working together in a relentless, coordinated effort to secure a massive meal. This division of labor is a product of both instinct and learned behavior, passed down through generations and refined by experience. Beyond hunting, orcas also employ sophisticated evasion and adaptation techniques. When threatened by larger predators or human activity, orcas have been observed using deep dives, rapid changes in direction, and even silence to avoid detection. Their ability to adapt to new challenges, whether it be shifting prey populations, changing ice conditions, or increased boat traffic, has been the subject of numerous scientific studies. In regions where prey is scarce, orcas have been seen switching diets targeting fish, squid, or even birds. Some pods have developed unique dialects and hunting traditions, passed down through generations, highlighting the cultural complexity of these remarkable animals. Through detailed case studies and decades of observation, scientists continue to uncover new facets of orca behavior. Their techniques, whether for hunting, evasion, or adaptation, are a testament to their intelligence, social bonds, and evolutionary success. Shifting our focus from the rugged wilderness to the vast expanse of the ocean, we encounter the orca, also known as the killer whale, a true force of nature and a master of the marine world. A fully grown male orca can reach up to 26 feet in length and weigh as much as 6 tons, with a dorsal fin that can tower 6 feet above the waves. Its immense size is matched by raw power. Muscular tails propel it at speeds of up to 34 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest marine mammals. But what truly sets the orca apart is its intelligence and social structure. Orcas live in complex pods, working together with astonishing coordination to hunt and survive. These apex predators are equipped with powerful jaws and sharp teeth, capable of taking down prey as large as seals, dolphins, and even whales. Orcas possess extraordinary senses, especially echolocation, which allows them to navigate murky waters, locate prey, and communicate with pod members over vast distances. This sophisticated sonar system enables orcas to detect fish hiding in schools, seals resting on ice, or even the faintest movement of a distant whale. In the North Atlantic, orcas have been observed herding herring into tight balls, then stunning them with powerful tail slaps before devouring them. In Antarctica, orcas demonstrate remarkable teamwork by creating waves to wash seals off ice floes, a hunting technique passed down through generations. Their acute awareness of their surroundings, combined with strategic thinking, makes them formidable hunters and guardians of their territory. Orcas are highly adaptable eaters, with diets that vary dramatically depending on their pod's culture and location. Some orca populations specialize in fish, such as salmon or herring, while others hunt squid, rays, or even sharks. The most dramatic displays of their power occur when orcas hunt large marine mammals, such as whale calves, using coordinated attacks and relentless pursuit. These hunting strategies are not just instinctive, they are learned and taught, with older orcas passing down knowledge to the young, ensuring the survival of the pod. This adaptability allows orcas to thrive in a wide range of habitats, from the icy waters of the Arctic to temperate coastal seas and even tropical regions. As apex predators, orcas play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems, influencing the populations and behaviors of their prey. By preying on seals, sea lions, and large fish, orcas help regulate these populations, preventing any one species from overwhelming the ecosystem. Their presence alone can alter the behavior of prey species, causing fish to school more tightly or seals to avoid certain areas, which in turn shapes the entire food web. After a successful hunt, the remains of their prey provide food for scavengers and return vital nutrients to the ocean, supporting a diverse array of marine life. The orca is not just a resident of the sea, it is one of its chief architects, shaping the marine world with every movement, every hunt, and every generation. As the seasons shift and the icy grip of winter loosens, orca pods begin their own remarkable journey, driven by the changing environment and the promise of abundant prey. Unlike land mammals, orcas do not hibernate, but they are highly attuned to seasonal changes in their oceanic world. As spring approaches, these apex predators embark on long migrations, following the movement of prey species such as salmon. During this time, orcas are at their most active and strategic. They travel vast distances, often congregating near river mouths and estuaries where salmon begin their own migration upstream to spawn. The annual salmon run is a critical event for orca populations, providing a rich and reliable food source. Orcas use their sophisticated echolocation abilities to track the movements of salmon, coordinating their efforts with remarkable precision. Working as a team, orca pods employ complex hunting techniques. They may herd schools of salmon into tight balls, making it easier to pick off individual fish with swift, calculated movements. A single, powerful lunge or a well-timed tail strike can stun multiple fish at once, allowing the orcas to feed efficiently during this period of abundance. The high-fat, protein-rich salmon are essential for replenishing the orca's energy reserves after long migrations and for supporting the health of the entire pod. As the salmon run peaks, orca pods gather in greater numbers, leading to increased social interactions. These gatherings are marked by vocalizations, displays of strength, and the reinforcement of social bonds within the pod. Older orcas take this opportunity to teach younger members vital hunting skills. The young observe closely, practicing their own techniques under the watchful eyes of experienced pod members, ensuring the survival of these complex behaviors. The concentration of orcas in one area can lead to competition for the best hunting spots. Dominant individuals often assert their position, while others must adapt and find alternative strategies to secure their share of the feast. These interactions are often tense, with orcas using body language, vocalizations, and sometimes physical displays to establish and maintain their place within the pod's hierarchy. The salmon run is a time of plenty, but it is also a period of social testing and learning, as orcas balance cooperation and competition in their quest for survival. As the salmon run wanes and the seasons shift once more, orca pods move on, continuing their endless journey through the world's oceans, ever adapting to the rhythms of nature and the challenges of life in the wild. As the bounty of summer fades and the first chills of autumn signal the approach of winter, the grizzly bear faces one of the most challenging periods in the animal kingdom. The landscape transforms, temperatures drop, and the world becomes a harsh, frozen expanse. In response, the grizzly bear begins its final preparations for hibernation, one of nature's most remarkable survival strategies. For the next 5 to 7 months, the land will be locked in ice and snow, and food will be virtually non-existent. The grizzly must rely entirely on its own adaptations to survive this long, lean period. To endure, the bear enters a state of deep torpor, a physiological adaptation that allows it to conserve energy. In the months leading up to winter, the grizzly's primary goal is to consume as many calories as possible, a behavior known as hyperphagia. The bear feasts relentlessly on berries, nuts, and the last of the salmon runs, building up a thick layer of fat. Every mouthful is crucial, as this fat will serve as both insulation and the sole source of energy for the long months ahead. Salmon, in particular, provide a rich source of protein and fat, and grizzlies are expert fishers, often seen catching the last fish before the rivers freeze. As the bear grows heavier, its fur thickens, providing additional warmth against the coming cold. Before the first heavy snowfall, the grizzly seeks out or excavates a den, often in a secluded, sheltered location. This den may be a cave, a hollowed-out tree root, or a chamber dug into a hillside, chosen for its protection from the elements and predators. The entrance is often narrow, helping to trap heat and keep out snow and wind. Inside, the bear settles in, and its body begins a dramatic transformation. The grizzly's heart rate drops from a normal 40 to 50 beats per minute to as few as 8 to 10, and its breathing becomes shallow. Its body temperature falls by several degrees, slowing its metabolism to a crawl. This adaptation allows the bear to survive without eating, drinking, urinating, or defecating for months. The bear's body recycles waste products, converting urea into proteins that help maintain muscle and organ mass. This prevents the severe muscle atrophy that would cripple most animals after such a long period of inactivity. Over the winter, the bear slowly burns through its fat stores, emerging in spring lean but healthy. Unlike true hibernators, a grizzly does not enter a sleep so deep that it cannot be awakened. It remains in a state of light torpor and can be roused if disturbed. This alertness is crucial for survival, as threats can still arise even in the depths of winter. In some regions, grizzlies may share their territory with other large predators, including wolves and, in rare coastal areas, orcas. Along the Pacific coast, grizzly bears have been observed foraging near river mouths, where salmon runs attract both bears and orcas. While direct interactions are rare, there have been remarkable moments when orcas approach shallow waters as grizzlies fish nearby, each predator respecting the other's domain. Back in the den, the grizzly endures the long winter, relying on its extraordinary adaptations. For over half a year, the bear remains motionless, its body a marvel of efficiency and survival. When spring finally arrives, the bear emerges, thin but strong, ready to reclaim its place in the wild. Hibernation is not just a long nap, it is a complex, finely tuned biological marvel that allows the grizzly bear to survive the harshest season on Earth. Through these incredible adaptations, the grizzly endures, a true testament to the power of nature's survival strategies. The life of a grizzly bear is, by nature, a solitary existence. These formidable creatures are designed for independence, patrolling vast territories that can span hundreds of square miles. Each grizzly carves out its own domain, marking boundaries with scent and physical signs, and rarely tolerates the presence of another adult within its range. With the exception of brief encounters during the mating season and the close bond between a mother and her cubs, grizzlies spend most of their lives alone. This solitary lifestyle reduces competition for food and resources, but it also means that when two adult bears do cross paths, the stakes are high. When these rare meetings occur, tension fills the air. Each bear must quickly assess whether to stand its ground or retreat, as the outcome can determine access to food, territory, and even survival. Most confrontations revolve around the defense of a valuable resource, such as a salmon-rich riverbank, a fresh carcass, or a patch of berry-laden shrubs. The need to secure these resources drives much of the conflict and shapes the social structure of grizzly populations. Larger, more experienced bears dominate these encounters, rarely tolerating rivals near prime feeding grounds. Their sheer size and confidence often deter younger or less dominant individuals from even attempting to challenge them. To avoid unnecessary and potentially fatal fights, grizzlies rely on a sophisticated system of body language and vocalizations. Subtle cues, such as a sideways glance, a lowered head, or a deliberate display of teeth, can communicate intent and resolve without the need for violence. When a confrontation escalates, the bears engage in ritualized displays of intimidation. These behaviors serve as a test of strength and determination, allowing each bear to gauge the other's willingness to fight. A grizzly may rise up on its hind legs, towering above its rival to appear even more imposing. This dramatic display is a clear warning, a visual declaration of dominance and power. Other signals include yawning to reveal massive canine teeth or emitting deep guttural roars that echo through the forest. These sounds and gestures are designed to intimidate, signaling that the bear is ready and willing to defend its claim. This ritualized posturing is a critical part of grizzly bear society. Each bear carefully assesses the other's size, strength, and confidence, weighing the risks and rewards of escalating the conflict. In many cases, the less dominant bear will choose to retreat, conceding the resource or territory without a fight. This outcome preserves both bears' health and ensures that the strongest individuals maintain control over the best resources. This system of dominance and submission helps maintain order within the population, reducing the frequency of serious injuries and allowing grizzlies to coexist within overlapping ranges. However, when neither bear is willing to back down, the situation can quickly escalate into a violent clash. These battles are rare, but when they occur, they are fierce and unforgiving. The combat is brutal, an explosive contest of strength, speed, and endurance. Each bear uses every weapon at its disposal to overpower the other. The bears charge, slamming their massive bodies together with bone-jarring force, each trying to knock the other off balance. They bite at the face and neck, aiming for vulnerable spots, while their long, curved claws slash at shoulders and flanks, inflicting deep wounds. These fights are typically short but incredibly violent, often leaving both bears with serious injuries. The cost of such battles is high, and only the most determined or desperate individuals risk them. The objective is rarely to kill, but rather to force the opponent into submission. Once dominance is established, the defeated bear retreats, often nursing wounds that serve as a reminder of the encounter. The victor reclaims the resource and reasserts its dominance, while the loser withdraws, its status in the hierarchy clearly defined. Grizzly bears also face challenges from other predators in their ecosystem, most notably wolf packs. These encounters are a testament to the complex web of competition and cooperation that shapes the natural world. A single grizzly, with its immense size and strength, can often intimidate an entire pack of wolves, driving them away from a carcass or food source. Yet the outcome of these confrontations is never guaranteed. Wolves are intelligent, social hunters, capable of remarkable coordination and persistence. Working together, a wolf pack can harass and distract a grizzly, using their numbers to create confusion and exploit any weakness. Some wolves nip at the bear's rear, while others dart in from the front, testing the bear's resolve and stamina. This coordinated harassment can sometimes force even a large grizzly to abandon its prize. Most often, a determined grizzly will stand its ground and prevail, but on occasion, a persistent and well-organized wolf pack succeeds in driving the bear away. These interactions highlight the delicate balance between solitary power and collective strategy, and their outcomes ripple through the ecosystem, influencing the distribution of resources and the behavior of all species involved. Through these conflicts and displays of dominance, grizzly bears play a crucial role in shaping their environment. By controlling access to food sources and influencing the movements of other predators, they help maintain the health and balance of their ecosystems, ensuring that the wild remains a place of both challenge and harmony. When we compare the orca and the grizzly bear, we are examining two apex predators that have mastered survival through entirely different evolutionary blueprints. Each stands as a testament to the diverse strategies life can take to reach the top of the food chain. The orca, often called the wolf of the sea, is the ultimate example of collective intelligence and social strategy. Its entire existence is built around the pod, a tightly knit group where every member plays a role. Orcas communicate constantly using a sophisticated language of clicks, whistles, and body movements. This communication is not just for social bonding, it is the backbone of their hunting success. While a single orca is formidable, The true power of this species emerges when the pod acts as one. Their ability to coordinate, strategize, and adapt in real time is unparalleled in the marine world. Orca hunts are intricate, multi-stage operations. They use distraction, herding, and even deception, often resembling the tactics of a well-drilled military unit. In the vast three-dimensional world of the ocean, the orca's greatest weapon is its ability to think and act as a single, coordinated entity. This teamwork allows orcas to target prey far larger than themselves, prey that would be impossible for a lone hunter to subdue. Take the wave-washing technique. A group of orcas creates waves to knock seals off ice floes. This complex maneuver requires perfect timing and cooperation, something no solitary animal could achieve. The synchronized power of several orcas working in harmony is a force of nature, allowing them to outsmart and overpower even the most elusive prey. In long-distance pursuits, such as chasing a whale calf, orcas take turns leading the chase, allowing others to rest. This relay strategy ensures relentless pressure on their target, often for hours on end. Social learning is at the heart of orca culture. Every hunt, every tactic is observed and absorbed by younger pod members, ensuring that knowledge is passed down and refined through generations. Young orcas learn by watching and participating, gradually mastering the complex skills needed to survive in the ocean's ever-changing environment. The grizzly bear, by contrast, is the embodiment of solitary strength and adaptability. It is a lone hunter, relying on its own formidable power and keen senses. Grizzlies hunt and forage alone, using acute hearing and smell to locate food. Their massive claws and powerful jaws make them effective predators and scavengers. While young bears may learn by observing older bears, the grizzly's hunting is not a group effort. Each bear must develop its own techniques and strategies to survive. The grizzly's approach is direct and forceful. Whether fishing for salmon or taking down large mammals, it relies on brute strength and sudden bursts of speed. When confronting rivals or defending a kill, the grizzly's sheer size and aggression are often enough to dominate the competition, even against packs of wolves. Grizzlies are survivors, enduring harsh climates and rugged terrain. Their success is built on resilience, adaptability, and an unyielding will to survive. These contrasting strategies are perfectly matched to their environments. The orca's world is a boundless ocean, demanding cooperation and communication to locate and capture widely dispersed prey. In the open sea, teamwork is essential. The pod's ability to search vast areas and coordinate attacks gives orcas a decisive edge. On land, the grizzly's solitary nature is an advantage. With defined territories and seasonal food sources, a lone bear can exploit resources efficiently, without competition from others of its kind. The orca's intelligence is social, expressed through language, cooperation, and cultural traditions. The grizzly's intelligence is individual, seen in its memory, problem-solving, and ability to adapt to new challenges alone. Both are brilliant in their own right, but their genius is shaped by the demands of their worlds. The orca thrives through unity and shared knowledge. The grizzly excels through independence and raw power. In the end, each is a master of its domain, a living example of nature's endless creativity in the art of survival. In the grand narrative of the natural world, the orca and the grizzly bear stand as compelling protagonists, each representing a distinct evolutionary journey to the top of their respective domains. The orca, often called the wolf of the sea, has evolved to master its environment through the strength of the group. Over millions of years, orcas have developed complex social structures, living and hunting in pods that function as highly coordinated units. Their survival depends on intricate communication, sophisticated teamwork, and the cultural transmission of hunting techniques and knowledge from one generation to the next. This social intelligence is a hallmark of their evolutionary success. Across the globe, from the frigid Antarctic seas to the temperate Pacific coasts, orca pods have adapted to exploit a wide range of prey. Some specialize in hunting seals on ice floes, while others target massive whales or swift schools of fish. each strategy a product of generations of learning and adaptation. By working together, orcas can take down prey many times their own size, demonstrating the power of collective intelligence and cooperation. Their ability to adapt hunting methods to local conditions is a testament to their evolutionary flexibility. In stark contrast, the grizzly bear has followed a solitary evolutionary path. As one of the largest terrestrial carnivores, the grizzly relies on its own formidable strength and resourcefulness to survive. The grizzly is a symbol of raw, untamed power and individual fortitude. Its muscular build, powerful jaws, and sharp claws are the result of countless generations of adaptation to a challenging and often unforgiving environment. Grizzlies are opportunistic omnivores, able to shift their diet with the seasons, from roots and berries to salmon and large mammals. Their keen sense of smell and acute hearing help them locate food across vast territories. The grizzly's solitary existence is a testament to the power of self-reliance. Each bear must navigate the wild alone, relying on its instincts and adaptability to overcome the challenges of changing seasons and scarce resources. From the explosive energy of a springtime salmon hunt to the patient foraging required in leaner months, the grizzly's life is a constant test of endurance and skill. Perhaps most remarkable is the grizzly's adaptation for hibernation, a biological feat that allows it to survive months of scarcity by slowing its metabolism and living off stored fat. Each grizzly rules a vast territory, marking its domain and defending it with unmatched strength. Its dominance is earned not through cooperation, but through sheer, uncompromising might and resilience. These two apex predators, separated by land and sea, embody the diversity of evolutionary solutions to the challenges of survival. Each has carved out a niche at the very top of its food chain. Their stories reveal that there is no single blueprint for dominance. The orca's path is paved with the strategies of a collective, while the grizzly's is carved by the strength and determination of the individual. Whether through the intricate coordination of a pod or the solitary mastery of a lone wanderer, both have achieved the pinnacle of predatory success. The orca's intelligence and the grizzly's physical power are different answers to the same evolutionary question: how to survive and thrive in a world of constant change and competition. Each has perfected its own method, rising to become an undisputed master of its environment, shaping the ecosystems around them. As we study these magnificent creatures, we gain insight into the rich complexity of life on Earth and the many ways evolution crafts its champions. The orca and the grizzly bear are more than just animals. They are living examples of nature's ingenuity, each a product of millions of years of adaptation and survival. They command our respect and ignite our curiosity, representing the wild, untamable spirit that endures in the last great wildernesses of the earth. Their stories remind us of the many forms that strength and adaptation can take, and of the two very different, yet equally remarkable, evolutionary paths to becoming a legend. The orca's reign as an apex predator did not happen overnight. Its story begins tens of millions of years ago, deep in the ancient oceans of Earth. The earliest ancestors of today's whales and dolphins were land-dwelling mammals, resembling small, hoofed creatures. Over time, some of these pioneers ventured into the water, seeking new sources of food and safety from terrestrial predators. Through countless generations, their bodies transformed. Limbs evolved into powerful flippers, nostrils migrated to the top of the head to form blowholes, and tails became flukes for propulsion. As these early cetaceans adapted to aquatic life, a remarkable evolutionary split occurred. Some lineages, like the baleen whales, specialized in filter feeding, growing to enormous sizes to consume vast quantities of plankton. Others, including the ancestors of orcas, became hunters, the toothed whales. Among these, the orca's lineage stood out for its intelligence and adaptability. Fossil evidence reveals a gradual increase in brain size, jaw strength, and tooth complexity. These changes were not random, but shaped by an arms race with other marine predators and the challenges of hunting swift, elusive prey. Social structures began to form, with early orcas living in groups to outmaneuver larger rivals and coordinate attacks on difficult targets. With the rise of ice ages and shifting ocean currents, new prey species emerged, and so did new hunting tactics. Orcas adapted rapidly, developing sophisticated communication systems, clicks, whistles, and body language, enabling them to strategize during hunts. Over time, these skills were refined and passed down, not just through instinct but through learning and imitation within family pods. The result is a predator unlike any other, a master of the ocean capable of taking down everything from agile fish to massive whales. Their black and white coloration evolved as a form of disruptive camouflage, making them less visible to both prey and rivals in the shimmering light of the open sea. Their intelligence, curiosity, and ability to adapt have made them formidable hunters in every ocean they inhabit. Today, the orca stands at the very top of the marine food chain, a living testament to the power of evolution. Their journey from terrestrial mammal to oceanic monarch is a saga of transformation, resilience, and relentless adaptation. In every breach and every coordinated hunt, the legacy of their ancient ancestors lives on, shaping the destiny of the seas. Beneath the ocean's surface, orcas live in a world shaped by sound, a realm where communication and perception are as vital as strength and speed. Each orcapod, or family group, is bound together by a unique dialect, a set of calls, clicks, and whistles recognized only by its members. Scientists have documented these vocal signatures, revealing that no two pods sound exactly alike. These dialects are so distinct that orcas can identify friend from outsider with a single note, reinforcing tight social bonds within the group. At the heart of their communication is echolocation, a biological sonar that allows orcas to see with sound. By emitting a rapid series of high-frequency clicks, an orca sends sound waves through the water. When these waves bounce off objects, the returning echoes are interpreted in astonishing detail. An orca can distinguish between a salmon and a seal, or even detect the heartbeat of prey hidden beneath layers of ice. And this remarkable ability not only aids in hunting, but also helps orcas navigate the vast, often murky ocean. But it is the social structure of orcapods that truly sets them apart. These groups are built on loyalty and cooperation, with members staying together for decades, sometimes for life. Within a pod, individuals work together to care for young, share food, and teach each other new hunting techniques. For example, researchers have observed orcas in the Pacific Northwest passing down specialized skills, such as intentionally beaching themselves to catch seals, a risky maneuver taught through careful observation and imitation. Coordinated vocalizations during hunts allow orcas to synchronize their movements with precision, surrounding schools of fish or confusing larger prey. Even play has its place, as young orcas learn social cues and strengthen bonds through games of chase and mimicry. These interactions are not random. They are the product of complex relationships and shared knowledge, woven together by a language as rich and intricate as any human tongue. Through these echoes and exchanges, orcas maintain a culture, one that is learned, remembered, and passed from one generation to the next. It is this culture, alongside their physical prowess, that has secured their place as true monarchs of the sea. In the vast expanse of the ocean, the orca reigns supreme, a masterful predator whose hunting prowess is unmatched. The relationship between orcas and their prey is a delicate dance of strategy, intelligence, and raw power. From seals to sharks and even other whales, each hunt is a testament to the orca's adaptability and skill. Orcas exhibit a remarkable ability to tailor their hunting techniques to specific prey. When targeting seals, orcas often employ a method known as wave washing. In this high-stakes game, a pod of orcas will create waves to knock seals off ice floes, plunging them into the water where they become easy targets. This technique requires precise coordination and timing, showcasing the orca's collaborative hunting strategies. Sharks, on the other hand, pose a different challenge. Orcas have been observed preying on formidable great white sharks, utilizing a tactic that highlights their intelligence. By flipping the shark upside down, orcas induce a state of tonic immobility, rendering the shark motionless and defenseless. This sophisticated method not only demonstrates the orca's understanding of their prey's physiology, but also their ability to exploit it to their advantage. But perhaps the most awe-inspiring hunts are those involving other whales. Orcas, known as wolves of the sea, have been documented hunting larger cetaceans, such as grey whales. These hunts are epic battles where strength and endurance are paramount. Orcas will separate a calf from its mother, working in unison to exhaust and eventually overpower the young whale. These hunts can last for hours, a relentless pursuit that underscores the orca's determination and prowess. Each hunting story is a window into the orca's world, revealing a predator that is as intelligent as it is powerful. The orca's ability to adapt its hunting techniques to different prey types is a testament to its evolutionary success, whether through the teamwork of wave-washing seals, the cunning of immobilizing sharks, or the endurance of hunting larger whales. Orcas showcase a versatility that is unparalleled in the animal kingdom. Through these encounters, the orca not only secures its place at the top of the food chain, but also reinforces the intricate balance of ocean ecosystems. The relationship between orcas and their prey is a dynamic interplay of life and death, survival and adaptation, a testament to the raw beauty and complexity of the natural world. Beneath the surface of the world's oceans, where orcas reign as apex predators, a new set of challenges emerges, ones not born of natural rivalry, but of human influence. These threats cast long shadows over the lives of orcas, endangering their future in ways never faced before. Pollution is a silent adversary. Toxic chemicals, heavy metals, and plastics infiltrate the ocean, entering the orca's food chain. Over time, these poisons accumulate in their bodies, weakening immune systems, disrupting reproduction, and threatening the health of entire pods. Even the most powerful hunters cannot escape the invisible dangers that drift through their waters. Climate change brings further uncertainty. As ocean temperatures rise and sea ice melts, the delicate balance of marine ecosystems is thrown into disarray. Prey species shift their ranges, salmon runs dwindle, and the orca's hunting grounds transform, sometimes vanishing altogether. The rhythms of life that orcas have followed for generations are disrupted, forcing them to adapt to a rapidly changing world. Human activity adds another layer of complexity. Increased boat traffic and underwater noise pollution interfere with orca communication, making it harder for pods to coordinate hunts or stay connected. Entanglement in fishing gear, habitat destruction, and the depletion of fish stocks all contribute to the growing pressures faced by these majestic creatures. Despite these formidable challenges, orcas endure. Their intelligence and social bonds offer hope for resilience, but their future depends on the choices made by humanity. The fate of the ocean's monarchs is intertwined with our own, a reminder that the health of the sea and all who dwell within it rests in our hands. Across the ages, orcas have inspired awe and reverence, not only as apex predators, but as powerful symbols woven into the fabric of human culture. In the stories and beliefs of many indigenous peoples, orcas are not merely animals, they are guardians, teachers, and even shapeshifters, bridging the realms of land and sea. For the peoples of the Pacific Northwest, the orca is a totem of great respect. Legends speak of the orca as a protector of the ocean, a bringer of harmony and balance. Carvings and paintings immortalize the orca's iconic form, its black and white silhouette a symbol of unity and the interconnectedness of all life. In ceremonies and songs, the orca's spirit is called upon to guide, to protect, and to remind communities of the sacred bond with the sea. Beyond the Pacific, orcas appear in global folklore and mythology. In Norse tales, they are seen as the wolves of the sea, clever and relentless. In ancient cultures, their striking appearance and mysterious behavior have inspired tales of sea monsters and wise guardians, reflecting humanity's fascination and respect for the unknown depths. Today, the orca's image has become a rallying emblem in conservation efforts worldwide. Their plight is a reminder of the fragile balance between human progress and the health of our planet. To many, the orca represents not only the majesty of the wild, but a call to stewardship, a symbol urging us to protect the oceans for future generations. Through myth, art, and activism, orcas continue to connect us across cultures and time, reminding us that their story is, in many ways, our own. In honoring the orca, we honor the enduring bond between humanity and the living sea. Beneath the waves, a silent contest of intellect unfolds, with orcas emerging as some of the brightest minds in the ocean. But how does their intelligence compare to other marine mammals? Science has begun to unravel this mystery with remarkable findings. Orcas, or killer whales, possess the second-largest brain of any marine mammal, surpassed only by the sperm whale. Yet brain size alone does not tell the whole story. Researchers have focused on the orca's neocortex, the region responsible for problem-solving, social interaction, and self-awareness. Studies have revealed that orcas have a highly convoluted neocortex, rich in spindle cells, which are associated with advanced social behaviors and emotional intelligence. In comparison, bottlenose dolphins are often celebrated for their cognitive prowess. Both dolphins and orcas exhibit complex communication, mimicry, and even tool use. In laboratory settings, orcas have solved puzzles, recognized themselves in mirrors, and demonstrated the ability to learn new behaviors through observation, hallmarks of intelligence seen in only a handful of species. Social learning is another domain where orcas excel. Pods pass down hunting techniques and vocal dialects across generations, creating distinct cultures within the species. This cultural transmission rivals that of dolphins, sea lions, and even some primates. In one study, orcas were observed imitating the calls of beluga whales, showing remarkable vocal flexibility and adaptability. Sea lions and seals, while capable of learning tricks and responding to commands, generally do not display the same level of social complexity or problem-solving abilities. Walruses, with their own forms of communication, excel in memory tasks but lack the intricate social structures seen in orca pods. The intricate societies of orcas, marked by cooperation, empathy, and long-term bonds, have become a focus for neuroscientists and ethologists alike. Their ability to coordinate hunts, teach their young, and adapt to changing environments underscores a sophisticated intelligence that sets them apart from most marine mammals. Through decades of research, the orca has emerged not only as a symbol of power and grace, but as a testament to the rich inner lives of the ocean's most intelligent inhabitants. In understanding the orca's mind, we glimpse a world where intelligence is shaped by the tides and the boundaries of thought stretch far beyond the shore. As the sun dips beneath the horizon, the story of the orca is far from over. The future of these marine monarchs now rests on the choices made above the waves and the dedication of those who study and protect them. In recent decades, orca populations have faced mounting challenges: dwindling prey, pollution, ocean noise, and entanglement in fishing gear. Yet hope persists, carried on the tide of scientific discovery and conservation action. Across the globe, researchers dedicate years to monitoring orca pods, tracking their migrations, and decoding their complex languages. Satellite tags and underwater microphones reveal migration corridors and vital feeding grounds, data that guides protective measures and informs international policy. In the Pacific Northwest, laws now limit boat traffic and noise in crucial orca habitats, giving pods the quiet they need to hunt and communicate. Fisheries management is adapting, working to restore salmon runs and reduce competition for food. Rescue teams spring into action when orcas become stranded or entangled, providing emergency care and, when possible, returning them to the wild. Rehabilitation centers, offer a second chance for injured individuals, while genetic studies help identify vulnerable populations at risk of inbreeding or disease. Education and outreach have become powerful tools for change. Documentaries, citizen science programs, and interactive exhibits bring the world of orcas closer to millions, fostering empathy and inspiring stewardship. Indigenous communities whose knowledge spans generations work hand in hand with scientists, bringing traditional wisdom to modern conservation. Looking ahead, cutting-edge research holds promise. Artificial intelligence now aids in analyzing orca calls, unlocking new insights into their societies. Genome sequencing may reveal how orcas adapt to changing oceans, pointing the way to targeted protections. International cooperation grows stronger as nations unite to ban harmful chemicals and safeguard migratory routes. Yet the ultimate fate of the orca hinges on a shared commitment to preserve the health of the seas. Every law enacted, every study published, and every life saved weaves a thread in the tapestry of hope. As the orca glides through its vast domain, it carries with it the legacy of resilience and a future still unwritten, shaped by the hands and hearts of those determined to ensure that these magnificent hunters continue to rule the waves for generations to come.